Okay, today on the bench we have a instrument cluster out of a 2004 Dodge Ram diesel 5.9, and this one was in for no display on the gauges. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and just show you the calibration test points on this cluster and how to do it. If you have a cluster and either working on the bench or you want to test it in your truck, and you want to see if it's calibrated properly, this will give you a rough idea. It's not 100%, but it's a good close calibration for making sure that you're going down the road at the right speed and your tach and everything is set properly. If you want to calibrate it properly, you probably should do it with a scan tool. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to push on this button. I'm going to simulate this by turning the key on. And what you're going to do is you're going to watch the fuel gauge. It will go up in quarter increments on the fuel gauge. The voltmeter will stop at each one of the quarter points as well. The tachometer will go up in increments of 1,000 each. And then your speedometer will go up in 20 kilometer per hour increments, all the way up to 200 and all the way back again. And it will stop at each point on the way back. Your oil pressure will go up in quarter increments and back, and your temperature will go up by each mark on the gauge and back again. So watch carefully as it does it. I'll run through it once or twice. And you can also see that all the lights have come on with it. Okay, following that, you'll end up with a bunch of C codes or chassis codes, and this one's not hooked up to anything on the truck, obviously, so there will be a pile of codes in here. I think there's about 38 right now, so barring that, everything seems to be working okay. It's fairly close to being calibrated. You'll notice on the speedometer, it was a little bit over going up, and it was bang on coming back. So you have to look at it as an average, and this one's pretty close, so we're going to leave it the way it is. But anyway, the cluster came in for no display. You can see that I have the display up working now, and the problem is that there's a MOSFET on the back of these. There's other videos out there showing you how to repair them, but basically it's a MOSFET that gives way on these, and you don't get any power going to the cluster itself. There's a lot of things that MOSFET operates. So I'll go through this one more time, you can see it, and then we'll wrap this up. So we're off, push the button in, turn the key on, and away we go. One other thing I want to mention, you don't see the PRND21 on this. The reason being is that it's a standard transmission. You also don't see the four-wheel drive lighting up either. So depending on what the truck's equipped with, it may or may not light up. So that's it. That's a wrap. Okay, before we go, if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. If you don't like it, please leave a comment and some constructive criticism. Before I go, I just want to mention that we're located in southwestern Ontario, between London and Toronto. So if you have a Dodge or a Ford or GM cluster that's giving you grief, give us a shout and we'll see what we can do for you. Take care and have a great day.